Hello my friend, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about a post that I saw, and I've seen this mentality from a lot of people, and I saw this a lot back in my TikTok days when I used to be heavily addicted to that app. And it was guys talking about quitting porn, NoFap, all this jazz, right? And there'd be guys who say they've tried it, and like nothing happened, basically. They tried for a few months, they're like, okay, I'm going to do this for a bit, see what happens, if nothing happens, fuck, I'm going to go back. And a lot of the guys were saying, it's all placebo, it doesn't work, and they just fap and watch porn because nothing comes of it. There's two problems with that. The first is that these guys from the get-go, their intention was to try it for however long they decide to try it and then go back, which meant that the entire time, all they were thinking about was their first fap when they go back. Their intention was to not quit forever. That wasn't their intention. This is the problem with the NoFap movement in general, is that guys set goals. You set a goal for a day count. Who do you think's gonna never watch porn again? The guy who sets a 90-day day count, who sets a 90-day goal of not fapping, or the guy who just says, "Nah, I just don't do it. It's just not me." Who do you think's gonna succeed? So don't set goals, that's what I will say. But these guys who say they try it and then nothing happens, again, going back to what I said before, these guys from the get-go had the intention of going back to fapping. If you have the intention of going back to doing that thing, and you say during this time period you felt no benefits, well, the whole time you've just been thinking about the fact that you're doing this thing and that you're going to go back to this thing. Of course you're not going to think you feel any benefits. Because the whole time, your intention was to go back to the thing. All you're thinking about is going back to the thing. All you're thinking about is that relief, that final relief feeling. I saw a post of a guy saying this. He felt relief when he completed the 90 days and went back to it. Of course you did, because all you were thinking about for that entire 90 days was the fact that you were on NoFap. You had a preset belief. You had a preset notion of how this was going to go. And you convinced yourself that it doesn't do anything because you knew that you were going to go back to it. You literally convinced yourself that you were going to go back to that. It's not bad for you. It's fine because you knew that you were going to go back to it. You were coping. If someone was like, okay, you know what? I'm not really sure if it's that bad for me or not, but I'm going to quit. I'm just going to stop watching it and then maybe see if life's better. You know what I mean? He doesn't set a goal. He just says, I'm just not going to do this thing. And maybe one day if it comes to me, that it's been like a while of, I haven't done this thing, and it hits me like, you know what? Since not doing that thing, my life genuinely hasn't changed. Oh my God. And he genuinely hasn't thought about it. Even though that's not going to happen, he'll realize that his life has changed for the better. Right. Let's say that did happen. Okay, fair enough. But these guys, again, they have a preconceived notion of how this is going to go because they know they're going to go back to their thing. It's all cope. Of course, the guy who knows he's going to go back to it after he's hit this certain day count is going to cope and say that it's good for him, that it doesn't do anything. So that's one thing. Same time, these guys who say that it doesn't do anything have no purpose. They don't do anything meaningful with their life. Because what quitting porn does, it makes the biggest difference when you're actually doing something meaningful with your life, when you're actually improving as a man, when you're actually improving your life, when you're starting to implement good habits into your life. Your intention is to improve your mental health long term. That should be everyone's intention. Just have the best mental health possible, be the happiest possible. And watching porn or masturbating doesn't allow you to do that. Me and you both know that. You feel shit after watching it. Right? These guys have no purpose. And so for them, quitting this thing and taking this thing away isn't going to do anything because they're still losers. They're still playing video games. They're still watching all these movies and TV shows, binging everything. They're still eating shitty food. Quitting porn, it certainly might have some. Taking this bad thing away is a good thing, but at the same time, they're doing all these bad things still. They have no intention to actually improve their lives. When you have the intention to improve your life and then you take porn away, that's when it has the most positive effect. I've said this in a previous video. To quit porn, if you're going to quit porn, you actually want to get the benefits, you want to reap the rewards of quitting porn, you have to at the same time be actually improving your life. You have to be putting that energy that you now have, that time that you now have, that mental clarity, that mental health that you now have into new endeavors that will improve your life in the long term, right? It can't just be, okay, I'm going to keep playing video games 4 hours a day. I'm going to watch all these TV shows. I'm going to eat all this fucking McDonald's. And at the same time, I'm going to stop watching porn. Because, I mean, the chances of you actually quitting porn and actually coming to understand how to quit porn when you're doing all those bad things is significantly lower, because your mental health's just trash and you clearly have no discipline or willpower or any of this shit. Of course, even though like quitting porn doesn't actually require discipline or willpower, that's a whole separate topic, right? My point being, don't listen to the people who tell you that NoFap doesn't do anything, because either they had a preset notion from the get-go that it doesn't do anything because they intended to go back to it. The alcoholic who intends to go back to drinking, who said he's going to stop drinking for a while, but if he fully intends to go back to drinking, on a daily basis, he's thinking about that next drink. He's thinking about that first drink back. He has a preset notion, and so he's biased, right? And the second person just, again, actually, the second person also has that preset notion, but they're also purposeless. In fact, you know what? It's those two. It's always those two combined. The people who say that NoFap, that quitting porn doesn't do anything, it's both of those combined. Every single person, from what I've seen, right? Go to any person who tells you that NoFap quitting porn's cope, it's a placebo. Fucking placebo. Oh my god. Fucking hell. Anyway, go to any of those people, they'll have those two characteristics. They have full intention to go back to it. They have a full bias. They're not open-minded at all. And also, they're purposeless. Right. That's what I think. So yeah, do not listen to anyone online who tells you, oh, I tried NoFap and it didn't do anything. Of course it fucking didn't, because you're not doing anything with your life. You're not improving. You've got nowhere to put that energy or focus. You know, the mental clarity, the focus. You're not putting it anywhere, apart from more shitty things. Of course your life's not going to change. So yeah, just a quick one, boys, as usual. Anyway, if you're interested, got coaching in the description. Also got a free Discord, you want to join that? Talk to some boys, you know what I'm saying? Because it is hard out here to meet new guys on self-improvement and guys who are trying to quit these bad habits and actually better themselves and live a life of genuine freedom and happiness long term. So if you want to join that, go ahead. But yeah, boys, until the next one, stay focused.